Earlier, we were at the market, and one of the kitchen essentials that we said to buy was some sort of meat. You know, we bought chicken thigh because it's delicious and it's cheap. You know, it actually has more flavor than chicken breast. So I'm gonna show you a way to even impart more flavor into this thing by making a simple marinade with a lot of the pantry essentials that we said to get and keep around to have. We're gonna start off with a few key things. We have 1 clove of garlic we're gonna smash up. And when you marinate something, you don't have to cut it too fine because you're just trying to impart the flavor into the meat, not necessarily cook the ingredients. We're just gonna take a few chops to the garlic, throw that in there. Same thing with the jalapeno. Just give it a few rough chops. Keep the seeds in. If you don't like spice, take it out. Throw that in there. Just squeeze 2 of these limes and just take a fork, poke it in, and twist. It's not rocket science. A little bit of parsley. This was something that I bought at the market. You know, you can use cilantro. Parsley is what I have. Great herb for marinades. Just kind of give it a haircut, light haircut. Toss that in. Next thing, a little bit of vinegar. You know, we have the citrus in there, but again, the vinegar is just gonna help tenderize it a little bit, add a little more kick. You wanna add as much flavor to this marinade as possible. We got a little bit of canola oil. That's just gonna help the cooking process when you actually cook the meat. You can add a pretty generous heaping little fingerful of salt and a little bit of pepper, same thing. And it looks beautiful, it looks fresh, and you know, when it looks fresh like that, usually it's gonna taste fresh. Done our marinade, put that aside. We're gonna focus on the chicken right now. We have chicken thigh right here. It has the skin on and the bone in. I like to take out the bone, as you can see right here, a few quick cuts. And you don't have to do that, but what it does is it creates one flat piece of chicken. It's gonna cook a lot quicker because it's thinner now, and it's gonna cook evenly. All right, 1 cut right there to the right side. 1 cut to the other side, and then just cut straight down, right away from the bone. So we got our chicken off the bone. It's nice and flat, it's even. It's got more surface area now, which means more marinade is going to impart into your chicken, which is great. Take your marinade, lay your chicken in there, and really just work it in there. And you know, squeeze in the flavor. Don't be scared here. That's what cooking is about. Getting in there, having some fun with your food. You know, you can let that sit for up to a day. Don't let it sit too long because there's vinegar and lime juice in there, so it will start to cook your chicken a little bit too much. You know, you let it sit for a few hours, that's great. You're gonna impart a ton of flavor the longer it sits. You can cook it right now, which I'm actually gonna do. You know, I'm hungry right now. There's still gonna be plenty of flavor in this marinade. Get your pot on about a medium-high heat. Since I already added a good amount of oil into this marinade, I'm not gonna add any oil to the pot. I'm gonna throw it in there as it is. Just sort of, if you can see this, just sort of let all the excess vinegar and excess oil drip off, and just lay it in skin side down. So just make sure you have some good tongs and let your chicken get crispy. We're cooking it on the skin side down. See that? We're starting to brown, but we need about double that amount of brownness, so let it cook. Here you go. We're starting to get where we want to be. See that? That's what you're looking for. That's perfect brownness. That's all flavor that's building. I would say 1 more minute on that side, and then we'll be able to flip. We're ready to turn. Woo! So what I'm gonna do right here is I'm actually just gonna cover it real quick, and that's gonna sort of create some convection heat, almost like you're cooking it in an oven, and that's just gonna ensure that your chicken cooks through. At this point, when you're close to being finished, or you think you're finished, just give your chicken a little touch. If it feels firm, but still slightly juicy, you're probably finished. If you push it and there's too much give, you can push your finger into it. It's gonna be raw on the inside. Chicken is done. A lot of the fat is rendered off. And like I said, just touch it. It feels firm, yet juicy. And look at that. In no time, we created delicious marinated chicken. I'll show you what this looks like inside. Perfectly cooked through.
Give me a taste, I cannot wait.
That's how you turn cheap meat into something very, very special. Anyone can do that at home. Super attainable. Look at this.